You are teaching with your words. You teach with everything you do. God has created your body to be that of a teacher. When you walk, when you do whatever, your perfume teaches your children that you are here at home. When they smell that perfume, that fragrance, it says, Mommy is at home. So you teach them in every way and in any way. David says, I began to know who God was from my mother's womb. That is in Psalm 22, verse 10. He says, from my mother's womb, you have been my God. Which means that David's mother taught David about God whilst David was in the womb. Blessed are you because you're pregnant and you're hearing what I'm saying. We do not start to teach our children at Sunday school about God. We teach them whilst they're still in here. Because they hear us and they hear us clearly. And they hear us well. Because David's mother taught David about God whilst he was still in his mother's womb. God was able to shape the heart of David to be a heart after God. And David says, when I was at my mother's breast, I trusted you. Which meant when a baby sits like this and you are breastfeeding them, can you see that the only thing that baby looks at, it's your face? Nothing else. They can't look back. They can't look anyway. They look at you. So now you become a full-time teacher. The baby looks at your mouth even when you speak. Have you seen how children begin to swear without anybody teaching them? It's because they've been taught by their mothers swearing as they were breastfeeding. Now they know that when you swear, you must frown. You don't swear with a smile. You swear like this because they've seen it and they've realized that this is how it's done. I often get amused when a baby at the surgery and I'm busy examining the child, the baby, and the baby starts kicking and then starts swearing at me. And the mother goes, hey, that's a doctor. Then I look at her and says, wow, that's a teacher. That's a teacher. We teach in everything we do. So at least when we read then here in the book of Proverbs, the Proverbs tells us that King Lemuel's mother is the one who taught the son not to womanize. We're talking about being a woman of virtue. Teach your children values, proper values, how to take care of themselves. Teach them. Teach them, infuse in them that which is kingship. King Lemuel's mother was the one who was teaching him and telling him, preparing him that he is going to be king one day. I remember one time somebody asked me, I was holding my baby daughter, the last one, and this lady comes up to me at a shop and says, why is this child so pretty? I looked at her, what answer can you give? Except that, well, she's pretty. God made her to be like that. So she looks at me, she says, she's going to be the first woman president of South Africa. And off she goes. Then I said, wow, what if this is going to be really the first woman president of South Africa? How did I teach her? I started to say to the lady who was helping me, please, this child is no longer going to eat out of a bowl which is plastic, because this here we're preparing the future president of the country. And so how she must eat like a real president. We must make a table, she must have a table mat, everything must be meticulous. You know, when God was saying to me this morning as I was preparing this, he says to me, tell them that how they should bring up their children. They must bring up their children as kings. Don't take the value system of the world into your house. Don't say because the child is going to break this beautiful porcelain whatever, a plate. She must use a plastic. No. Teach your child the way that child should grow, and when the child is old, that child will never depart from it. She will know how to handle things which are fragile. She will know how to handle herself. She will know how to eat, how to take care of herself as a little princess. Because this is where God is taking us to. God is grooming our children to become apostles, pastors of kings. And so they've got to be nurtured from home. King Lemuel's mother did so. There's one thing which always has amused me, that in the book of Kings, we're not going to go there for the sake of time, but you will check it yourself. Every time a king is mentioned, the Bible says, King